What is up? What is up? What's up, guys? Jason here with Overthink Gaming. Today I want to make a video taking it back, talking about the Anti-Ebeggar community. Hopefully I said that right. If you guys don't know what that is, during around, I say 2017, 2018 through like 2020, it was really hot. There was a small community of them. They would call themselves the Anti-Ebeggar community. So a lot of them would criticize other YouTubers. And when I say criticize, they were mostly criticizing them for e-begging. But the thing, that's where I disagree with a lot of their ways. Like to them, e-begging was funny. It didn't make sense. Like the e-begging was, all right, so somebody has a Patreon. At the time, Patreon was like a hot way to collect money. It was like, you're an e-beggar. Or the one that was kind of crazy was the live streams. Like if you did a live stream and you had it where you can accept like just someone to super chat you, you are an e-beggar, my friend. Yes, to them, you were an e-beggar. It was a bunch of old men that didn't understand that like that's how live streaming works. I mean, shit, that's the way Twitch definitely operates. They want you to sub. They want you to hook the creator up. And that's what they didn't understand, because creators actually put time into shit. A lot of it takes skill. And they think it's like getting a cell phone and recording a camera. Like that's kind of what they do. They don't understand the work behind it. And that's where I disagreed with a lot of them. But before I trash any of their shit, like they did a lot of good shit. I gotta say that, like for real. I did do a lot of critical videos. Mine were a different style, but there was a lot of stuff that they called out that was e-begging, that really was e-begging. Like, let's take Metal Jesus first of all. Metal Jesus was funny. Like when he started his career early, he was trying to get his audience to pay for an RV. He thought he was gonna he thought he was a rock star. That's what he thought he was. He thought he was gonna tour the United States in this RV, and you guys were gonna pay for it. You guys were going to hook him up so he can go through all these game stores, go all over the United States. And this was going to be provided if you join his Patreon and join the Metal Militia. It was crazy. He got people to pay for his basement. He had a basement leak where his collectibles were, oh my God. Like the other one was the whole Revenge of the Bird King. I know that one could be debatable. It definitely could be like he was either pushing that sale of that scam from Limited Run, or he was completely oblivious and like, I did the video and didn't know what was going on, which that definitely could be a thing. And then, dude, they were responsible for calling out a lot of fucking with John Hancock. In fact, shout out to the Moro, who made very good videos on John Hancock. That dude was doing something crazy. John Hancock, now you guys might know him as the top 5 or the nice old man that reviews old games. Like, nah. I mean, if you guys just would remember the old John Hancock, it was funny. What he would do is he would literally have, not sure if it was a spreadsheet or just a list, but in his about section, where was it? Maybe it was in the description section of the video. He would have that list of rare missing games. He wanted you to send him his games because he was going to make a museum. That dude was going to make a museum. He never was. He even had a t-shirt and shit. Like, I always saw the museum as him just showing off his games at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. That's exactly what I always saw. Never saw a museum. Like, I couldn't picture that. And luckily, people would bother him like, hey, because they gave him a lot of their games. Like, where's the museum? And he would always have something to say about it, you know. But COVID saved him. He stopped doing that content, redid his whole image, isn't asking people for shit anymore. But we all know that was a scam. That's not even get to Woodhawker. Lava called out Woodhawker for doing that depression little stream. Whether that was to make money scamming that way, which I don't think so. I think it was more like, let me get my name out there. I'm going to take advantage of a situation, lie about it, act more depressed, just so I could get more people. Maybe this was just to make him look better. Maybe he benefited out of some way. But definitely, there was something fishy about that. But the thing that it was too fucking much, was probably the worst. So it makes Woodhawker one of the worst e-beggars ever. He never straight up asked for money. And there's an argument. It could be a debate. But it's the tactic that he put on young kids to like send shit to his P.O. box. And he would be like, don't send no more, and have these fun videos of him. Oh my God, I got all this shit. And, you know, like, it was very kid directed towards kids, and if it wasn't directed towards kids, I wouldn't care. But that's where I saw like it went too far. So there was a lot of good things called out. Like seriously, they did a lot of good shit. But what I want to focus today on is what killed the anti-e-bagging community. What do you guys think? Why did people just like stop caring? Was it the Miko that killed it? like what killed it? Were people just like, I mean, did YouTubers, these retro YouTubers, stop doing stuff that was scummy? I know there was a video recently I could have made, man, on the top loaded gaming on was it Lady Death? I don't even know her name, man. Anyways, let's get back to topic. It's like there's not much going on, but what really killed it, what I think killed it, 100%, was Radical Rick encouraged. I don't want to put the blame on him. I'm not putting the blame on him. Don't get it twisted. He encouraged these minions to think that they were YouTubers. These people who they didn't know how to criticize. That's the thing. They would not do any research. A lot of these minions made YouTube videos with zero research, talking in front of a fucking cell phone. A lot of them look like shit. Their quality. But it was like they put no real thought into it. And people started watching it because a lot of them repeated what Radical Rick did. Radical Rick was the one that did like some of the good shit. I'm not saying he was great. Like, no, he wasn't. But they would repeat a lot of stuff you say. So if somebody discovered them first, stayed there, eventually these dudes would run out of fucking content. And you know what these guys did? They started insulting each other, fighting with each other. Instead of trying to help each other grow, it was drama between them. And they knew, they were like, oh, I'm a drama community now. They were in part of that. It really, I think that's what killed a lot of it, was no one could take anything serious. It ended up being like WWE. It was a storyline. Some people were friends and then they weren't friends. And then some people are doxing people. That's what the community became. Instead of calling out these big YouTubers, it became fighting small YouTubers with each other. And I think 100% that's what killed it, is that they lost their credibility. Nobody would take these people seriously anymore. They may have called out something, that deserved a lot of criticism, but this fighting with each other, all this bullshit, like unless that's the kind of content you like, them fighting, it's what killed, I think, a lot of criticism. And that's what I feel. And I remember I did a live stream about a year ago. I put it on this channel. I think it was in January, February. I don't remember. So it wasn't a year exactly, but it was with RGT85. And that's what there's a difference between comedy and a difference between being a fucking asshole. Like, you can stretch comedy pretty far, and I like to push it far sometimes, especially with RGT. I fucking clowned on that motherfucker for a lot of shit. And I had a good time. His editing skills, you don't think I had fun clowning on him for that? I don't think I took it overboard. There was some stuff that was fucking funny that made me like, damn, you didn't give a fuck. But I never went overboard, and I think that's where the credibility starts getting lost. But anyways, guys, that's my thoughts on the whole situation. Let me know what you guys think about everything, any kind of memories, like old school memories of it's never gonna be the same, at least with this group. Just leave in the comment section. And I'm gonna leave you guys with just a few more words. I'm back, bitches. Peace.